Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day so far. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. So I am back at it again, and in this video we are going to be talking about different opportunities, but I have sort of excluded it to specifically healthcare. So this is specifically healthcare, and we are going to be exploring different opportunities that are open with different organizations. So we're going to talk about the first one. This one is with this organization called Natera. It is a healthcare facility, and they are looking for people to apply for a clinical assistant level 2 position. What does this exactly mean? First, this is a remote position, which I like. The second is that this is Eastern time zone preferred. So which means that it's not required, but it's preferred. So if you live in the Eastern time zone, or you can work the Eastern time zone, is highly encouraged for you to apply. In addition to that, I like this, okay? It says candidates who speak more than one language are strongly encouraged to apply. That already sort of let you know that if you speak more than one language, they're going to consider you very strongly. I like that they point that out right away. That's not to say that if you are not bilingual, you shouldn't apply. That's just saying that some of the needs they have right now. And then let's go further and talk about it. So the clinical assistant level 2 supports the genetic counseling team by assisting with patient care, tracking results, call out, appointment scheduling, information intake, etc., managing follow-up data collection, facilitating communication between departments, and contributing to product improvements, abstract submissions, etc. To me, all of these are very exciting. I love opportunities that allow you to really touch on multiple areas. I think I've talked about this several times before. So they talk about data collection, they're talking about being able to do inter-department communication. All of that is really exciting to me. And then they also talk about abstract submission and also managing student rotation, which is really cool also. This role ensures the efficient operation of clinical and administrative processes to enhance team productivity and patient outcomes. And I can tell you from a very personal and relatable perspective, I have done something like this earlier in my career before, where my focus was just really being that bridge between the clinical and the non-clinical teams, making sure that both sides were working together in terms of communication, in terms of refining processes, in terms of collaborating very well so as to enhance the overall departmental productivity. And I tell you, it is an exciting role because you get to touch everything. I became extremely strong in Excel from that role. I also became a great communicator from that role, and in addition to that, I expanded my skill set in terms of EMR system management from that role as well, because I had to learn the system. I had to coach the teams on how to use the system. My IT skills also significantly improved because I was also the bridge between IT and the department as a whole. Really, there's one thing I can say about this role is that this is going to be an exciting one from what they're describing, and it seems very similar to something I've done in the past. Let's go further and talk about other things they're asking here. They talk about act as liaison between shipping, sample accessioning, customer support, lab teams to troubleshoot issues, verify samples, and streamline process. And then support data collection for internal projects. Also talks about participating in team meetings to discuss tasks and initiatives, coordinate processes, schedules, onboarding of staff, etc. Manage clinical assistant specific duties, and it does sort of enumerate all of them here: scheduling, coordinating patient appointments, requesting and tracking sample collection kits, etc. So they talk about all these other tasks outside or responsibilities outside of being a clinical assistant, and then they get specific with clinical assistant. What exactly would you be doing? They also talk about compliance with HIPAA, PHI, big deal in healthcare altogether, health insurance altogether, so very, very important. The qualifications is high school diploma. They prefer bachelor's degree in biology, healthcare, or related scientific field. But if you don't have that, what's absolutely required is high school diploma. They also talk about candidates pursuing a 4-year degree with 2 to 3 years of professional experience in biotech, life sciences, or related industry would also be considered. Skill set, like I said, right? Microsoft is right there. So those are skill set that this particular role requires and is going to continue to enhance should you get this position. Exceptional organizational skill set is also there. They talk about ability to collaborate and communicate effectively across teams. That is exactly what I said when I described my position that I was in earlier in my career. They also talk about weekends, right? Duties are performed in a remote setting, which we've already talked about. Requires ability to use keyboard, communicate over the phone, read printed or digital materials, etc. This position is going to pay between $23 and $29 an hour is the salary range. So the second position I want to talk about is this one here. The title is Clinical Informaticist. And basically what you're saying, they're looking for people that are SME in clinical information technology. Basically, that's really what it is, because your focus is going to really be on EMR systems, databases, etc. So with this position, you are going to be vital in the clinical information system department and healthcare professionals, right? You are the liaison between between both sides. Healthcare professionals who speak all clinical, and then you have IT who speaks all systems. Really being that bridge. So this is technically a business analyst type of role, but they are giving it a different title because it's very heavy on the technology side. So this particular role, you're going to design and implement system solutions to improve full spectrum of healthcare services for scheduling, direct care, ancillary services, and revenue cycle. So this is multifaceted, basically, if you can't tell already, because of all the areas that you're touching, right, with this role. I love that. And it's so funny because I said multifaceted, and there it is, multifaceted initiatives, right? So I particularly like roles like these because, again, it just gives you so much opportunities to learn, gives you so much opportunities to grow, and really allows you to touch so many areas so you can actually make the decision whether or not that this is really a good, maybe there are specific areas of focus at a time that you focused on, and you can say, I really enjoyed working on this. This is where I really want to focus on. So I think for folks that are still very much maybe multidimensional in where they want to go with their career, this will be a good one, because then you can make that decision eventually, because you will be exposed to multiple areas within healthcare, and then you can make your decision at that point. So really cool. So it talks about responsible for assigned duties relating to application and system installation, implementation, formulating system scope, design, analysis and research, configuring vendor management systems, really system heavy with this one, okay? Performing a lot of analysis, deliverables, detail specifics in terms of how different vendors are doing, really doing that deep dive to ensure that any type of outcome can be used to make informed business decision. That's basically it. With this position, they're asking for bachelor's degree and 3 years of experience or 5 years of clinical system development, support and maintenance experience in lieu of a bachelor's degree. So basically what they're saying is have a bachelor's degree and require 3 years, or have 5 years and require no bachelor's degree. Demonstrated ability in critical thinking, analysis, and problem solving skill set. That makes sense, right? Because you need that for this role. And they also talk about the fundamentals of project management, which is really big. These are things that you can actually brush up on, you can learn online, you can increase your knowledge base. So really, really essential, but they are requiring these. They're asking for some knowledge of project management. And they also talk about understanding of healthcare patient administration, business systems, implementation in some regard, and EMR is definitely here, which makes a lot of sense. So preferred qualifications, right? They do have on here ability to work with specific time zones. I feel like a lot of jobs lately are very intentional in specifying what they really need in terms of if it's time zone specific, they want to make sure people are comfortable with that. So This would require you to work Pacific time zone hours. So I want to make sure that I call that out because that is important. My chart certification is required. That's what you're saying here. Knowledge in fundamentals of hospital organization. You have HIPAA, you have Joint Commission and Title 22 requirements. They also talk about California RN license and respiratory therapist license as well is what they are looking for this opportunity. And then the salary for this role is between $48 and $66 an hour, $48 to $66 an hour. And then the next opportunity I have is with Cotiviti. So Cotiviti is looking for a senior revenue cycle specialist. And this is in accounting or finance. It is fully remote. And in addition to that, this is a full-time job. With this position, it's a senior subject matter expert. That is what you're looking for. So this position is asking for you to be seasoned, have some knowledge, have some understanding of revenue cycle. So is identified as a subject matter expert within the revenue cycle space. So it's very important to have that background because they need someone that is going to be a SME. 2 to 4 years of related experience, associate's degree or bachelor's degree is preferred. They come further to talk about minimum of 2 years of financial as well as business related experience. They also talk about healthcare experience, the plus, Microsoft, communicating with others to exchange information. They talk about assessing accuracy, etc. So they really go further to talk a whole lot more about what they really are expecting from this role. This position is going to pay between $22.50 and $24 an hour. And this was just recently posted, so that's the position. And then the last one I have is with this organization called Personify Health. Personify Health is looking for a health claims stop loss specialist. Health claims stop loss specialist. With this position, just as the title implies, you're going to be working on claims, and on claims you're going to be doing a lot of reviewing of data points, claims, whatever paperwork exists. Whenever people's services are denied, this individual is going to be helping to coordinate everything to ensure that any type of discrepancies are corrected. And with this position, obviously it is remote. It talks about high school diploma being required, and also talks about knowledge of medical terminology, CPT code, HCPCS, ICD-10, etc. So that is really primarily what this role is all about. Really claims different medical codes. Medical coding comes into play when you talk about claims, right? So that's just part of the territory with medical claims. So this position is open and accepting application right now. Looks like they are looking for more than one person, so definitely encourage as many people to apply. The salary is between $17 and $22 an hour. So that is it, guys, for this video. Those are the 4 opportunities I wanted to come quickly and share with you guys. If you have any questions for me, please leave it in the comment section. Subscribe to this channel if you've not subscribed already. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and share with your friends and families. Really appreciate you guys. I appreciate this platform. Till next time, I wish you all the very best of luck, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye bye.